सो स्टूडेंट्स, हमने अभी तक साउंड के बारे में काफी कुछ देख लिया। साउंड्स कैसे प्रोड्यूस होती है। जब भी कोई व्हेन एनीथिंग वाइब्रेट्स इट प्रोड्यूसेस साउंड। एंड व्हाट इज एम्पलीट्यूड? द मैक्सिमम डिस्प्लेसमेंट फ्रॉम द इनिशियल पोजीशन। ऑसिलेशन इज वन साइकिल एंड बैक टू द इनिशियल पोजीशन। हमने ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हमने जानी साउंड के बारे में जो हमें पहले नहीं पता थी, है ना। और हमने बेसिकली सब सारे प्रिंसिपल्स देख लिए साउंड के क्या होते हैं। और now we are going to study about some basic applications of sound or how sound works in the real world. Like कभी किसी जानवर को बोलते सुना है? नहीं सुना ना, बट वो बोलते हैं ना। So they are using sound, but those who don't speak are also using sound. Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, we have to study about echo. Echo is coming back of sound after reflecting from a surface, or we hear a sound multiple times, like in the old Hindi movies. जब हम कहते, जब वो एक नाम चिल्लाता है पहाड़ पे तो बार बार आता है ना, वापस पलट के नाम आता रहता है। वो जैसे रवि चिल्ला हो तो रवि 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 आता रहता है। वही चीज है, वो क्या है? इको। बेसिकली इसके पीछे का प्रिंसिपल वही है जो लाइट के पीछे है, कि इफ ये सोर्स है एंड इफ देयर इज अ वॉल, यहां से आवाज लगाई मैंने। सो इफ आई प्रोड्यूस साउंड फ्रॉम हियर एंड शाउट फ्रॉम हियर, इट विल गो देयर एंड द साउंड विल रिफ्लेक्ट बैक टू मी। एंड द साउंड आई जस्ट स्पोक और द वर्ड आई जस्ट स्पोक विल कम इनटू माय ईयर्स। जो मैंने बोला वो भी तो मेरे कान में आएगा, और ये पलट के फ्री आवाज मेरे कान में आएगी। सो दिस कमिंग बैक एंड रिफ्लेक्टिंग बैक ऑफ साउंड so that I hear the sound multiple times is called echo. And the distance is in air or general surroundings, distance is to be greater than 7.2 मीटर। या तो 17 मीटर या उससे बड़ा, इसलिए हमारे घरों में इको नहीं होता। So that's because we don't have echoes in our home, because our home is largely of 10 by 10 size, or generally maximum 11 meters by 11 meters at best. So there is no echo because minimum distance for echo is 17.2 meter. अगर इससे कम होता है तो जो मैंने बोला जो रिफ्लेक्ट होके आ रही है आवाज, वो ऑलमोस्ट मेरे कान को बराबर एक ही टाइम पे सुनाई देगी। सो आई वोंट बी एबल टू डिस्टिंग्विश इट। सो मैं उसमें फर्क ही नहीं कर पाऊंगा। जब फर्क नहीं कर पाऊंगा तो मुझे सेम लगेगी। तो इसको कहते हैं इको। ऑल्दो तुम्हारी बुक में नहीं था, बट ये एक छोटा सा टॉपिक है, इसको समझ लो कि जब भी कोई साउंड प्रोड्यूस होती है वो किसी भी सरफेस से रिफ्लेक्ट होती है। तो जब मैं प्रोड्यूस कर रहा हूं, कुछ भी बोल रहा हूं, तो वो मेरे कानों में आ रही है, और जब सामने किसी सरफेस से रिफ्लेक्ट होकर आ रही है तो भी मेरे कानों में आ रही है। तो इसके बीच का जो टाइमिंग है ना, वो अगर थोड़ा सा कम हो जाए ना, कितना कम हो सकता है? अगर 17.2 मीटर है और साउंड की स्पीड तो फिक्स है, तो ये डिस्टेंस अगर हो रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस और मेरे बीच में, तो जो आवाज होकर रिफ्लेक्ट होकर जो आवाज आएगी वो मैं सुन सकता हूं दोबारा। that effect is called an echo, or the hearing of a same sound multiple times reflecting from the surface. समझ में आई? इसको अब now why I am telling you the echo, or why I am teaching you echo, but it is not in the module, because you must know what a echo is and how it works, so that I can go to my next topic, that is absorption of sound. Now what we can say about the absorption of sound? Like in light, you studied that an amount of like 80-85% of light is reflected back, and 15 to 20% of light is absorbed by the surface. In total internal reflection, the reflection is 100%. But in case of sound, if there is a smooth surface or like this, the sound is reflected back and comes to our ears. But if you have a rough surface like a carpet, and it has a rough surface, then you can't tell about the trajectories or the where the sound waves will go. Like suppose if I scream from here, it will reflect like this, it will reflect like this. There is seldom any chance to some sound to come back to my ears, so that I don't hear an echo. That's it. That is the same reason. That reason is the same why the walls or the wall of the cinema halls or the movie halls are made of carpet or rubber, because to minimize the echo, because their halls are very big and almost screen to your distance from the screen till the last bench is definitely more than 30-35 meters, and speakers are also placed there, and speakers are also placed on your ears at the back side. But to reduce this echo, they make rough surfaces like this, so that the echo is minimized and we get a full movie experience with quality sound. That is what quality sound means, that less echo. इसलिए तो हम echo नहीं मानते अगर एक ही लाइन दोबारा आ रही है. Suppose this is line 1, ये हमारे कानों में आ गई, फिर ये आगे गई, रिफ्लेक्ट होके आई, लाइन 1 वापस हमारे कानों में आ रही है, बट एट द सेम टाइम लाइन 2 भी चल रही है. हाँ, तो दिक्कत आएगी ना, इसलिए मूवी हॉल्स को इस तरह से डिजाइन करते हैं. चलो, यहां तक तो समझ में आ ही गया होगा. आ गया? चलो अब आगे देखते हैं ह्यूमन साउंड कैसे प्रोड्यूस होती है, या एनिमल्स कैसे साउंड प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. प्रोडक्शन. नाउ द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ साउंड बाय एनिमल्स. जनरली प्लांट्स तो कोई साउंड मचाते नहीं है, तो यहां पे जब प्रोडक्शन ऑफ साउंड की बात आएगी तो हम एनिमल्स का मतलब समझेंगे कि बिकॉज प्लांट्स डोंट मेक साउंड. यस, द विंड मेक्स साउंड, प्लांट्स break down, but it's the wind that's making the rustling sound or making the plants rustle. But here we are studying about the production of sound by animals or humans. That is basically one in the same process. That is, we all have a larynx. It is the basically the sound production box of the body. इस जगह होता है, say you will feel some vibration here. So what is the vibration? Vibration is something that is producing sound. So this is the vibration that is happening here. Is the reason. This is the reason for that of vibration. That is the this is the device that has the mechanism which allows us to produce the sound. यही device है जिसकी वजह से हम sound produce कर पा रहे हैं. It is something like this. So suppose this is a simple diagram of a larynx. So in this simple diagram of a larynx, suppose this is these are vocal cords. These are vocal cords, and air flows through this passage, and this when air flows through this passage, it makes the membranes vibrate, or the vocal cords are similar membranes that are vibrated when the passage of air is allowed through the duct or the vocal duct. So जब यहाँ से हवा निकल रही है, मुंह से बोलते हो तो हवा निकलती है ना, वो हवा यहाँ से आ रही है. So the air that is coming up makes them vibrate and we produce sound. Vibrations produce sound. Okay. Now there are 3 basic classification on basis of sound and speed of sound. Three basic classification, nothing to understand here, just something to memorize. First is supersonic, that is speed is equal to speed of sound in air. We have supersonic jets जो साउंड की स्पीड के बराबर चलते हैं हवा में. जितनी साउंड की स्पीड होती है एयर में उससे उतनी ही तेज चलते हैं सुपरसोनिक जेट्स, जो कि कितनी होती है साउंड की स्पीड एयर में ऑलमोस्ट 330 मीटर पर सेकेंड. तो इस वेलोसिटी से इस स्पीड को कहते हैं सुपरसोनिक स्पीड, दैट इज, और या फिर इसको और क्या कहते हैं, Mach 1 speed. When something travels at the speed of sound, we say that it is traveling at Mach speed, Mach 1 speed. Then there comes hypersonic speed, that is Mach 5 or 5 times Mach 1, that is 5 times Mach 1 और Mach 5 speed उसको कहते हैं hypersonic, यानी कि 5 times the speed of sound in air. Nothing to learn, nothing to understand, but something to memorize. Supersonic is what? Speed object when flying at the speed of sound is called supersonic. But that is what? 330 meter per second, and it is termed Mach 1 speed. Then if an object travels 5 times the speed of sound in light, in air, then it is called hypersonic speed, that is 5 times the Mach speed. Okay, then come to our next topic. There is nothing much to understand here, just something to memorize, so don't panic if you don't hear these terms again. 3. We have ultrasonic. Ultrasonic is something that is above 20,000 decibels. Above 20,000 hertz or decibels, something that is what? Hertz, 20,000 hertz. इससे ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी हम सुन नहीं सकते. ह्यूमन ईयर की रेंज होती है 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. या तो इससे कम फ्रीक्वेंसी की आवाज होगी तो नहीं सुन पाएंगे, अगर इससे ज्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी की आवाज होगी तो भी नहीं सुन पाएंगे, हमारे कान ऐसे बने ही नहीं है. सो समथिंग दैट इज अबाउट 20,000 हर्ट्ज इज called ultrasonic, that is we can't hear that, but some animals like bats and dogs can hear it. Okay, now we come to our main topic, the human ear. यहां तक कोई याद करने का ज्यादा नहीं. देखो, supersonic is Mach 1 speed. When an object travels at speed of sound, it is called supersonic speed, or traveling at supersonic speed, that is 330 meter per second. And if object travels 5 times that speed, then it is called hypersonic speed. Ultrasonic is basically dependent on frequency, it is not a kind of speed. So if anything of a sound of a pitch about 20,000 hertz is ultrasonic and we can't hear it, because human ear has range 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz only. So students, now we are going to study about the human ear. We studied about the human eye for the sensation of visualizing or seeing or watching, and now we are going to study the human ear, which senses the sensation of hearing or vibrations. Now basically this is very simple part, but yet at the same time it is interesting. Why? Because it is the thing making us communicate all the time. अगर किसी की आंखें नहीं है तो वो आवाज से कितना कुछ समझ जाता है. हमारे पास तो एक सुपर हीरो भी है इस पे, डेयरडेविल, अगर किसी ने देखा हो तो. बट छोड़ो कि साउंड इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फिनोमिनन फॉर ह्यूमन ईयर्स. लाइट या साउंड, अगर एक चीज है आदमी के पास तो काम चल सकता है, बट अगर दोनों नहीं है तो काम नहीं चल सकता. which makes human ear one of the most interesting and important topics of the chapter. Like now, basically human ear is divided into 3 separate categories. Comprising them makes human ear, but it is divided in 3 separate categories on the basis of their location in the ear. Like this ear, which you can see is the visible part, the only visible part from outside, so I can see it, so it is called outer ear. The only part outside the body के अंदर थोड़े जा रहा, थोड़ा बॉडी के बाहर ही है, so it is called outer ear, that is outside the body. And this thing which traps all the waves, pinna, it is called pinna. So basically what happens is all the sound waves that are traveling every sound wave that is coming is located here, cornered here, centered here, यहाँ पे पड़ती है, then it is directed towards the ear canal. There is a passage, a short passage which takes it further into the body or inside the ear called ear canal. So sound enters the ear canal and through that it reaches the inner ear. Now inner ear is basically comprised of three bones: hammer, anvil and stirrup, that vibrate. They all vibrate. Why they vibrate? Because of the eardrum. When sound enters, it causes vibration in this membrane, eardrum, that can also be termed as a diaphragm. Basically, diaphragm is something that vibrates in a periodic way or moves in a periodic way or oscillates in a periodic way. So, whenever sound enters, the eardrum vibrates and oscillates. So, this oscillation of vibration causes this tiny bone to vibrate and hammer. Then this hammer bone agitates the anvil bone, and the anvil bone also vibrates. Then the stirrup bone attached to the anvil bone also vibrates. Why? Because anvil is vibrating. So basically what is happening? Vibration is passed down towards the innermost part of the ear. So now we come to the inner ear. First of all, there is outer ear responsible for trapping the sound waves. All the sound waves coming to you are enclosed by the outer ear and directed towards the inner ear, and inner ear eardrum vibrates due to the entering sound, and this vibration causes the hammer to vibrate. That hammer is attached to anvil, it causes anvil to vibrate. Then anvil that is connected to stirrup causes stirrup to vibrate, and that vibration is further passed away through the oval window to the cochlea. Now cochlea is nothing but it also vibrates. Cochlea also vibrates, and this vibration is sensed through the auditory nerves. These are the auditory nerves. Auditory nerves to brain, which take the sound impulses to the brain. Now what is basically happening in cochlea is your brain interprets everything as electrical signals. So what is cochlea doing is converting the sound into the electrical signals that can be sensed by the auditory nerves and taken to the brain. So can brain interpret the correct meaning of what you are hearing. Okay, so now it was nothing, basically a simple setup. Pinna encloses the or traps the sound waves or comprises the sound waves to a point directing them towards the ear canal where the eardrum vibrates and then makes vibrate hammers, anvil and stirrup. Then a stirrup vibrates the oval window, and the cochlea that is connected to the auditory nerves that are going to the brain converts the sound energy to the electrical signals, or the sound entering to the electrical signals, so that our brain can interpret it. Okay, so this is basically the human ear. Now this is some nerve going to your mouth or your throat. So I didn't have space to write it down. It would not look nice. So you can memorize it from the module, but basically it's a simple thing and you can learn it at time. Students, so like every other organ of the body or every other thing in the body, this also has a limit. Our ear also has a limit. It can detect some sound waves of certain frequency, and it can't detect certain sound waves of certain frequency, because whatever the area is, this area is dependent for the absorption of the sound waves or directing them towards the ear canal. But there are some sound waves of the frequency that can't be heard by us. Why? Because our ears can't detect them. If our ears can detect them, we will call it audible. And if our ears can't detect, we call it inaudible. सीधी बात है, ऑडिबल इज समथिंग दैट वी कैन हियर, इनऑडिबल इज समथिंग दैट वी कांट हियर. सो if our ears can detect a certain frequency or certain sound wave, we can hear it. It is called audible. And if we can't hear certain sound wave, we call it inaudible. Now there is a certain frequency range, that is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz or 20,000 hertz that can be heard by the human ear. अगर 20 हर्ट्ज से कम हुई तो भी नहीं सुन पाएंगे, 20,000 हर्ट्ज 20,000 हर्ट्ज से ज्यादा हुई तो भी नहीं सुन पाएंगे. सो इनऑडिबल रेंज कौन सी हो गई? लेस देन 20 हर्ट्ज और मोर देन 20 किलो हर्ट्ज. तो ऑडिबल रेंज क्या हुई साउंड की? 20 हर्ट्ज टू 20 किलो हर्ट्ज. और यही है बेसिकली ऑडिबल इनऑडिबल का मतलब. बट ये तो ह्यूमन ईयर की बात है, बस ह्यूमन ईयर की. बाकी जो चीजें होती है ना वो इससे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, उनके बारे में एक बार जान लेते हैं. बट ये बात समझ लो, ऑडिबल जो हम सुन सकते हैं, इनऑडिबल जो हम नहीं सुन सकते हैं. So ears can detect certain frequencies and certain frequencies they can't. So detection frequency or the detection range of the frequency is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. यही वो frequency range है जितना ears detect कर सकते हैं. 20 hertz से कम हुआ तो भी नहीं कर पाएंगे, 20 kilohertz से ज्यादा हुआ तो भी नहीं detect कर पाएंगे. उसे कहेंगे inaudible sound that our ears can't detect. Okay. Now it is common knowledge or a basic GK question for you that how bats search their food or their prey by using ultrasonic waves. What are these ultrasonic waves? That are beyond 20,000 hertz that are here, ears can't see. Now suppose how this works is, here is a, suppose a rat, this is a rat. I made it like a block, but suppose it is a rat and we have a bat flying here. Suppose we have a bat flying here, bat of the Batman. Okay, we have a bat flying here. Now what bat does it? It produces ultrasonic waves, ultrasonic that is beyond 20,000 hertz, and they go like this and comes back, go like this, go like this, go like this, this, like this. So now bat is producing the sound waves or the ultrasonic waves that go like this, or you can see it like this. If this is a bat, it is producing it like these. There is a rat, sound reaches it. Now after hitting the ground or going or hitting the rat, sound goes back like this and sound goes back. And bat detects an unusual shape, that sound waves from here are coming at a particular shape is forming like this, and this is a rat. Oh, this is food. हर कोई अपना खाना पहचान लेता है, हर जानवर अपना खाना पहचान सकता है, भगवान ने उनको दिया है. तो यहाँ पे रैट मिल जाएगा, उसको पता चल जाएगा कि यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ है. एंड इट मूव्स वेल एंड गुड, इट विल श्योरली रिकॉग्नाइज इट. सो रैट पता चल जाएगा यहाँ पे है, और वो एक शेप सी बन जाएगी ना रिफ्लेक्शन से, तो वो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. ये इस चीज को हम एक और नाम से जानते हैं, सोनार के नाम से. काम वही हो रहा है बेसिकली, बट ये यूज होता है शिप्स में, कि अगर कोई शिप पानी के ऊपर तैर रहा है, अगर कोई शिप पानी के ऊपर तैर रहा है तो वो यहां से सोनार छोड़ता है टू चेक इफ देयर इज एनी ऑब्स्टिकल. तो अगर यहाँ पे कोई ऑब्स्टिकल हुआ, मान लो कोई मछली आई बड़ी सी जो टकरा जाए तो जहाज को नुकसान हो, सो द रिफ्लेक्शन makes a shape that something is here and we should avoid it. So this is called basically what? Sonar. That something is here and we should avoid it, and this is called a sonar. Now who is other animal that can hear beyond the human range? it is a dog. It is a dog. Like bat, like bat or the Batman which uses bat, the ultrasonic species, the species that can hear and produce ultrasonic sound. We also have dog and the character based on dog called Doga, obviously, that can communicate with dogs by using dog whistle, a special whistle called dog whistle. Yes, it is a real whistle, that produces ultrasonic sounds or the sounds beyond the audible range, greater than 20,000 hertz. Dogs can hear about like 40,000 hertz. Dogs can hear 40,000 hertz. So if dogs can hear 40,000 hertz, we have a device called ultrasonic whistle or dog whistle. Which enables us to produce the effect, और जो हमें मदद करता है प्रोड्यूस करने में अल्ट्रासोनिक साउंड, और उसे हम देख और डॉग्स उसे सुन लेते हैं और उसके ओर खींचे चले आते हैं. बट दिस डजंट मीन दैट डॉग कैन प्रोड्यूस अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव्स. दे कांट, बट बैट कैन हियर एंड डॉग कैन आल्सो हियर बट कांट प्रोड्यूस. ओके, समझ में आई बात? चलो, ये तो हो गई बेसिकली अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव्स की बात और साउंड प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय एनिमल्स. अब हम आगे देखते हैं. So we saw that we learnt about how animals produce sound or how animals use sound. Like the bat uses echolocation. There are some whales or special fishes that can locate their prey like the same technique that bat uses, but in water it is called echolocation. The sound echoes back, comes back, the ultrasonic waves echoes and comes back, and it is called echolocation. By echoing they locate the prey or another fish, so it is called echolocation. So this is the same technique used by us in the ships, like that I told you. First uses sonar. If there is a ship, and here is an iceberg. Suppose here is an iceberg, then the ship is continuously producing ultrasonic waves, and these waves will come back reflecting and telling that there is an obstacle here, stay back. There are sensors inside, we will come to them, that how those sensors work, but there are sensors inside of the ship that sense these sound, and they tell the ship that yes, there is something in the way, please stop. So this is used to avoid accidents in ships. Second is अल्ट्रासाउंड. अल्ट्रासाउंड डॉक्टर के पास होता है ना, डॉक्टर यूज अल्ट्रासाउंड टू सेंस समथिंग अबाउट द शेप ऑफ द organs. Like if you have dengue, your liver swells a bit. Okay, so this change in the size of liver or the increase in the size of or weight of liver is detected by ultrasound. Now suppose if a normal liver should look like this, if a normal liver should look like this, so ultrasound will give a shape just like this. Now if your liver becomes like this, something like this, then this swelling will be recorded and heard by the ultrasound and treated as the way it should be. तो हम ये पता करने के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं कि लिवर में कितनी स्वेलिंग हो गई, तो हम उसको क्या कहते हैं, अल्ट्रासाउंड स्कैन. ठीक है. नाउ साउंड इज व्हाट, वाइब्रेशन. अब उस वाइब्रेशन को हम कैसे भी यूज करें, हमारी मर्जी. तो सपोज एक थिन शीट है लेकिन बहुत भारी लेकिन थिन, उस पर डर्ट जमी हुई है, तो मैं उसको अगर एक फ्रीक्वेंसी से जल्दी हिलवा दूं, वाइब्रेट करवा दूं, तो साउंड प्रोड्यूस करते हुए क्या करेगी, वो झाड़ देगी सारा डर्ट. और जो वॉशिंग मशीन्स वगैरह है उसमें भी हम यही चीज यूज करते हैं कि वो अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव्स में उनको वाइब्रेट कर देता है अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव्स के जरिए, और वो साफ हो जाती है जनरली, ठीक है। देन वी हैव आवर फोर्थ पॉइंट विच आई विल एक्सप्लेन इन डिटेल। ये तो समझ में आ गया होगा। पहला क्या है, शिप्स में यूज हो रहा है सोनार के थ्रू, ताकि आइसबर्ग डिटेक्ट कर सके, सिग्नल भेजेंगे, जो रिफ्लेक्ट होकर आएंगे वो एक डेफिनेट शेप बनाएंगे, वो एक डिटेक्शन देंगे कि अरे काम हो रहा है, कुछ तो हो रहा है वहां, कुछ तो है वहां, उससे बचो। अल्ट्रासाउंड इज यूज्ड इन ह्यूमन बॉडी टू डिटेक्ट द स्वेलिंग। सेम थिंग, द साउंड वेव्स विल रिफ्लेक्ट बैक फ्रॉम द ऑर्गन एंड टेल अस द shape of the organ, or if there is swelling inside or any abnormality in the organ. Now in cleaning, if sound is put on something, it makes the thing vibrate, so it will make the thin sheet or thick sheet vibrate, and that vibration will make it lose the dust particle or all the dirt on it. तो अगला है इंडस्ट्रियल यूज। अब यहाँ बेसिकली हम क्या देखते हैं कि इंडस्ट्रीज में बहुत सारी मशीन होती है। अब सबको बार बार खोल के चेक करना तो पॉसिबल नहीं है। इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल ना दैट यू ओपन एवरी मशीन, दे आर सच ह्यूज, सो ह्यूज मशीन्स, एंड इफ यू just open and clean everything up. So they are cleaned using ultrasound, where all the dirt is shedded down, and from the bottom we collect it and thrash it off. So industry, and it is also to detect flaws or any irregularities in what the machines. Like we have a simple setup, we have sensors here or the detectors. We have sensors or detectors here, and here we have the transmitters. Here we have the transmitters. These are the transmitters and these are the detectors. So what I basically do is I send a signal from transmitter, and then detectors send back the signal to the transmitter. So if this cycle is completed successfully, then we can say that there is no flaw in the machine. Now if there is something that should not be there, now suppose there is a blockade here, then the sound wave produced will not be reflected back, or it will be reflected back due to the ultrasound. It will be reflected back through the ultrasound, and we see that there is an irregularity, that it didn't reach it, but after some point or certain time it reached here. So that is something must be here, something abnormal should be here. And now if this goes and this comes back, we also have something that is not quite. So here is something not quite right on this detector part. So we have the location by calculating the time and calculating the time and the speed of sound, and we can tell that where exactly is the fault or the flow, or where machine needs to be treated. And for cleaning, if I just send the sound and vibrate the machine, all dust will, all the particle that can fall down will fall down, and that will clean the machine. So basically this is the industrial use of sound for ultrasonic waves, or it is also used to detect the thickness. Now suppose if this is the thickness, so I will project sound from here and here, and there will be a receiver at that end that will make a shape like this, and I will get the thickness of the sheet. And if I have to get the length and breadth, I will put the sheet like this and again project the sound, and there is a receiver back there that will tell me the thickness and the size of sheet. So I will get the complete volume of sheet, and I can make my calculations easily now. So these are the basic uses of sound. And now what we learned today is, what is echo? Echo is reflection of sound from a surface that can be 17 or about 17 meter away from us, but it can't happen in common normal rooms. Because why it can't happen in normal rooms? Because they are not made such big, like 17 meters or so, so echo doesn't take place. And that is the reason we rough up, or the carpets or blankets or curtains are put on the cinema hall walls to dampen the reflection or to reduce echo. Same reason. And then what we learned about the human ear, that it has 3 parts and works on the principle that sound is produced by vibrations. So there is just vibrations communicating the sound or making the transfer possible to the cochlea from the outer ear. From outer ear we have sound traveling to the cochlea, but just by one mechanism, that is vibration. Things vibrating, carrying the sound, and received by the cochlea. Then we have various uses by the animals. And what are the different classification of sound? Ultrasonic, beyond 20 Hz, audible sound 20 to 20 kilohertz, we have the audible sound which we can hear, but beyond 20 kilohertz we can't hear. That is called ultrasonic. That can be heard by bats and dogs, animals like bats and dogs. And we have a special whistle which called dog whistle, or the ultrasonic whistle, which can make a sound that can be heard by them, and that they can come back to us, they can come to us. Okay, then we have various uses like sonar for ships to navigate, and the detection for industrial uses and cleaning purposes. So that's all I think for today, and we will study about the noise and basically conclude this chapter with some questions and answers in the next chapter. Thank you.